Hello, this is Scott Blumenthal. Welcome to another edition of the Hot Corner. Today we're going to take a look at the future of the National Football League and some issues that could cloud its future going forward. I know that a lot of attention, especially over the past month or two, has been paid for some of the NFL issues off the field, with players acting out in ridiculous fashion. And even though those things are repulsive, that's not going to be what threatens to take down the league. I think the one thing that can threaten to take down the National Football League that no one's talking about right now are these head-to-head collisions. Players continue to get bigger, stronger, faster, and take whatever supplements or HGH or whatever it may be they're taking to get themselves to that next level of physicality. They continue to run into the opposing players hundreds of times during a football game, and these head-to-head collisions end up looking like accidents at about approximately 15 to 25 miles per hour if they were in cars. And when you add that up over and over again, the longevity of playing in the league, the head trauma, and everything that comes along with it, the one thing that could threaten to take it down is insurance companies deciding that they don't want any part of this any longer. Too many players at the lower levels, meaning high school, Pop Warner, are getting beat up with head injuries, cervical injuries, that these insurance companies decide to back out of the lower levels of football. And if there's no training grounds to get in the upper levels, meaning high school, college, and beyond, and that training ground for a lot of these young players to develop their skills for the game, if they don't get into that, then the league is in peril. So I think that's the one thing we want to keep our eye on. Rather than the head-to-head collisions on the field, which are going to continue to be dynamic and basically insane, at the lower levels, I think it'll come from the pressure with the dollars, just like everything does in this league. With the Minnesota Vikings, you saw some of the pressure when their sponsorships dropped out. That's when they reacted to Adrian Peterson. So I think at the lower levels, if you keep your eyes on the insurance companies, and when they decide no mas in terms of their backing, that's when we're going to have real problems. There's obviously issues with parents letting their kids play football now, but there's seemingly always going to be a grouping of kids that will go out there and play the game. But when there's no insurance behind it, I think the ground shifts a little bit, and that's what I'm going to keep an eye on, and you should do the same as well. Thank you for joining me for another edition of the Hot Corner. This is Scott Blumenthal, and I'll chat with you next time. Take care.